this. So this is all going very, very fast. So I'm going to repeat this first section so you can see it again. Because this starts off green, right? I didn't need to film it until I was on with the character, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's why a little bit of it's done already. So you didn't see me sketching out in Biro. I sketched out in Biro onto board. So you see it's green? Mistake. Because I didn't have the right greens. And I thought, right, okay, I'm going to start again. So I did it in pink. Now, you see I've laid down light pink? That's not the best way to do it. I went light to dark there. It didn't work. So I've gone dark there, darked it all in. And instead, I'm waiting for that to dry. There you go. I go dark to light instead. Much better with paint. It's a general rule with paint. Is a general rule, because I'm going to break it in a minute as well. Go dark to light. Alcohol markers, other way around. Go light to dark. So you can see me, I'm laying down all the, I've got all the base down, all the white. All that stuff on the right, you can see the very, very pale flesh colour and everything. All that is a base colour, so that colour will sit on top of it. Because that board is very, very slick and shiny. I'm putting pencil in there. Can you see pencil going in around his eyes and everything for the shading? You can see where I'm not very happy with stuff. I can go back over with paint, which is good. I'm doing transitional shadow between the pink. You see me going in with a pencil, the dark pencil there. That's a black pencil that I go and do the transitions between the pink and the grey. All that comes in handy. Don't bother putting your final outlines on until the whole thing is ready to go with the background in place. Otherwise you're constantly having to go back over it because you're going to overlap it. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting that's not a black, it's a dark, sort of a dark grape, which sits nicely with a pink, and that's going to sit in the foreground. As you see, foreground paint. No, I'm just getting all the background colour, base colour in, blacking that in, because there's a bit up top there you're going to see in a second. So I'm getting all that background, all the boring stuff in there. Yeah, now finally, I can start getting the pipe work in. Remember what I said about light colours push to the back, darkers come to the front. So I want a background, a foreground and a midground on this. There you go, doing a midground now. That drops in nicely. And now it's a bit more three-dimensional. Got some letters in the background there as well on the back wall. Bit of a ladder coming down. Now I'm dropping my outline on, putting the final outline on. You can see blacking all that in, thickening it up. That's the sort of line weight that I'm looking for. Now I'm using the Cineo, the blow pen, to get a bit of background haze in there, just to add a bit of atmosphere, bit of detailing. Now this orange pen was useless, didn't work properly, so I swapped it out, used the dark one. There you go, darker one in there. And the reason I can do that is because I can use the Cineo to do a bit of grading, bit of fade. Yeah, there you go. Bit of light, bit of dark. Lovely, it's all I need. That will need time to dry, so I'm going to black this stuff in there and on the other side, while all the orange and that is drying. It's still drying now. I want it to be nice and dry before I tackle everything else. So I'll just go over a few details, a few little shady details on the rest of it, bits and pieces. Put the highlights in his glasses, all that. And that should be a bit of shading down there. There you go. Now it should be dry by now. That should be dry. Yeah, there you go. Now I'm going in with the details. A few fire escapes in there. Just a sort of hint. Just a hint of a world. That's it. A world above the underground like that. A few telegraph poles in perspective to give it a bit of depth. Don't need very much. Less is more. Always less is more. Few details, bits and pieces, and that is pretty much finished. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that, guys.